Hi, my name is Tony and today I'm going to show you how to make a vegan strawberry ice cream in the Ninja Creami from foodsharingvegan.com. Before I stopped eating dairy, strawberry ice cream was my favorite and I love this one. It is so reminiscent and comforting to me. It brings me back to when my grandpa would take me to Thrifty's. I don't know if you have had Thrifty's ice cream, but we used to walk down the street. He would take me to go get my scoop, and that's what this ice cream reminds me of. I'm using cashews today. There are a lot of different types of bases for plant-based ice cream, and I like cashew best. I don't like the taste of coconut. I feel like it is often overpowering of everything else in the dish. So that's the reason I don't like it. My husband also doesn't like the nutritional value of it. So we tend to make our ice cream with a cashew base. I'm starting with heaping half a cup of these cashews. And I did want to make a note that I bought these whole cashews from Walmart because that's all they had. But if you have access to a bulk bin, they're often cheaper when they are broken up. So if you get cashew pieces or cashew halves, those tend to be less expensive. Cashews can be pricey. So that is a note on that. You can use fresh or frozen strawberries. I'm using frozen today because we always have some on hand for our smoothies. And I'm doing a heaping 1 1/4 cup. This is sort of important. Usually I'm willy-nilly with my measurements and do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But for this, it depends on how particular you are about your strawberry ice cream. I am particular about it because I loved it so much and have this idea of what it tastes like in my head. If you add too many strawberries, it'll be really dark red and have more of a strawberry sorbet taste. I've made that mistake before. This has been tested a lot of times to get this right. So I do try to measure this one out because I don't want a strawberry sorbet. I want a strawberry ice cream. Here's my first heaping cup. Then next I have my 1/4 cup, and I'm just gonna fill this up with probably 1 or 2 large strawberries. I'll do 2 large strawberries. It would be easier if they were sliced. Mine are whole. So I'm just gonna call that 1 1/4 cup. The cool thing is that you can do a taste test later. It's easier to add more strawberries than to try to make it less over strawberried. So start with a minimum, and if you decide that you wish it had more strawberries, then at the end, after blending it, you can do a taste test and add in 1 or 2 more strawberries. Add 1 cup of plant-based milk that is not flavored. So I'm using one that does not have the vanilla taste because I'm gonna add in the vanilla. If you do have vanilla flavored, that's really fine. It might just make your ice cream a little bit more vanilla tasting than otherwise. And I'm using almond milk today because it was on sale for $1.98 at grocery outlet, so I bought a bunch of them. But whatever kind of plant-based milk you have is fine. In the printable recipe that I have down below, I have 3 tablespoons of sugar, and I try to not put too much sugar. A lot of recipes typically call for anywhere from half a cup to 3/4 cup of sugar when making ice cream. And while it tastes good, I am trying to reduce the sugar just a little bit while still keeping the integrity of the taste. So I'm saying 3 tablespoons minimum, but you can also add it by the tablespoon. I'm adding in 1/4 cup, that's 4 tablespoons. And I put in my notes that that's the one that I really like. And I'm also serving this to guests who are not plant-based. They don't care about sugar intake, and I want them to have a really good experience with this recipe. So I'm using 1/4 cup of sugar. This is vanilla extract. It's imitation because it's cheaper. You can use whatever kind that you have on hand or that you prefer. And I'm doing 1 1/2 teaspoons. And this is not in my recipe, so you don't have to add this. If you want to add a boost of protein, which I try to get protein everywhere possible, I like to add in 1 scoop of protein. This is the kind I'm using. It's Wellius brand and it's vanilla flavored. It is very subtle and doesn't have a strong chalky taste. It's very smooth. So that's why I'm choosing this one. I bought it on sale and I have a bunch. So I'm putting it in everything and I'm doing 1 scoop. But again, that is optional and it won't really change anything. And shout out to my friend Sarah from Live Eat Learn who taught me that trick of putting protein in my ice cream. If you like salt in your ice cream, you can go ahead and add a pinch of salt. I am not adding in any right now. I'm just gonna put it on the blender and get things going. It's important that the cashews are completely broken up and smooth because you don't want it to be chunky. You want it to be very, very smooth. And if you don't have a high-powered blender, you can achieve that still by either quickly boiling your cashews beforehand for about 10 minutes, or you can also soak them overnight. I'm gonna scrape the sides of my blender just so that I don't have any clumps of anything. Go one more time. Add in your strawberry mixture to your creamy pint and make sure you only go to the fill line. You don't want to go past that because I've made that mistake before, and what happens is that this little mound forms in the middle whenever you freeze it in general. And if you go past that fill line, which I've done because I'm like, oh, there's only a little bit left, let me just get that in there, then you can't close the top. And I'll show you what I mean because I've already frozen my other batch. And also, I can just drink this. There's hardly anything left. And I have been known to just drink it, and it's so good. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you grew up drinking strawberry milk or like Nesquik powder that you put into milk. I did. And it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Take your lid and freeze it for at least 24 hours. If you don't freeze it for an appropriate amount of time, like an extended period of time, maybe at least 18 hours. I've done 12 hours or 13 hours. Not good. It comes out kind of grainy and icy. Actually, the first time I ever made it, I did not wait long enough. I'm not patient and it wasn't good. So try to be patient and the results will be worth the wait, I promise. Here is what it looks like fresh out of the freezer. You can see it's a light pink color. That's what it looks like. And I have a confession to make, which is I made this video 2 days later than I expected, and I really wanted some ice cream, so I did have a couple scoops. And every time you want to use it, you have to recream it. So this is gonna be the second time it's been creamed by the Ninja Creami, and it doesn't change anything. It's still just as good, but that's why it looks the way it does in there, because I've already had some. Put it in your Ninja Creami container and put the lid on. And depending on which one you have, you can either use the soft serve or the scoop. If you have the older Ninja Creami, I think it's only the scoop. This one is the Ninja Creami swirl. I'm gonna do the soft serve and then the frozen yogurt just because it takes a little bit longer to cream. Therefore, I don't have to respin it often. But if you don't have that function, you can go scoop, ice cream, and then I think it comes up for 3 minutes. It comes to churn for 3 minutes and then respin lightly. Like you might have to respin 1 or 2 times because it'll look crumbly. And when it crumbles, it sort of reminds me of Dippin' Dots, if you've ever had Dippin' Dots a long time ago at an amusement park or something, or the fair. But that's what it sort of looks like, and you want to respin it. You don't have to put in liquid or anything, although you can to speed things up a little. So I'm going to put soft serve frozen yogurt. Because I use a soft serve function, I probably won't need to respin it, but I'll show you what it looks like just in case I do. And I'm right. It's very creamy. No need to respin. This is now what it looks like from the outside. You can see it gets a little bit lighter in color once it's spun. I usually serve mine in an ice cream cone. I think it's going back to what I was talking about of what I remember it being like when I was a kid and before I stopped eating dairy. And I always ate them with some plain cones. You can also get some sugar cones that are vegan from Walmart. So they are both relatively inexpensive. This says just contains wheat as an allergen. And I want to say these 24 were just a few bucks. So if you want to elevate the experience, you can try these too. But for the video, I'm just going to use my cookie scoop because that's what I have. I want to get one of those big ones from Thrifty. I'm gonna link the one that I found that I'm thinking about buying. And if you have it, if you could let me know if it's worth it, I'm really curious because Thrifty's had these like cylinder scoops and they were so good. Very creamy. Can you eat a whole pint of ice cream by yourself? This usually makes about 3 cones for me. You have to remember that I've already eaten some of this pint because I am impatient and I love ice cream. If you decide to give this a try, please let me know how it goes in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.